Today I'm going to show you how you can replace your DVD drive in your laptop with another hard drive. Let's go! To utilize the DVD player as a hard drive disk storage area, you will need a specific part that's called a Hdd Caddy. Now you can find these installation frames on hardware stores. I bought mine on a hardware store. You can get them on eBay. There is also a specialized site that's like hddcaddy.com or something, not an affiliate, but they can offer like specific sizes if you have a very weird kind of laptop. The general Hdd Caddy is cheaper and works for most laptops, including this one. And just to utilize a Hdd Caddy, you don't actually need a disc player, you just need the space for a disc player. Now, my computer doesn't have a DVD, a Blu-ray drive or something like that, it only has empty space, but it has the expansion capabilities, is actually the only thing that matters. Here you can see this little thing here, we have a little lid. You can remove this, you can see the area where your disc player is. If you actually have a disc player here, it's much more defined and easy to understand. Now, one screw is holding this thing inside the computer. It's usually located around here. It's not usually one of the deep ones, but one kind of misplaced, or almost looked like a surface screw like this one. And this is the screw we'll need to remove to extract the drive player, or the plastic little piece in my case. Now the screw is carefully removed, and we can carefully drag out this plastic piece or drive player. So that's what it looked like in my case. We'll not need that anymore. Now here we have the Hdd Caddy, which is the thing we will replace the drive with. We can open it up and you can see the shape similarity straight away. Here we have some screws, nice, and some covering panel. However, you can use your old covering panel in almost all cases, which is this one. And we have some instructions here too that you might want to use. Right, so here we have this little piece of plastic. It's basically all what it is, kind of adapter. And here we have our drive. So to insert this drive, we'll just align up the connections. You can see a small little input there and a small little connection there. So we'll just angle them down like this and just push in and then down. And just see if it's all the way in. And now you can see it's securely attached. Fantastic. Now we can flip this thing over, because we will need to attach the screws. I find it easiest to first attach the screw onto the screwdriver and then kind of aim it in there. And the other side, or just make sure you screw them in all the way. There we go. There we go. All the screws securely attached right there. Right, before we put it back again, you can see the different sizes here. They are kind of the same. Now this one lacks a piece that this one lacks, and that's this little thing. So we'll just need to remove this little thing here. There we go. And the other one. And place it on the Hdd Caddy, because it has the same type of mount on itself, so it's really nice. Right, we are reusing the metal piece of course, but we need to use the new screws provided with the Hdd Caddy, because the old screws are too short for this. Alright, like this. It is now secured. We may now proceed and insert this into the system. Alright, there we are. Now we can proceed to insert this into the system. And this was the original orientation of the old one, so we'll use the same. And we'll insert it here. And we're going to push it straight in, just like that. Straight in. And if you push it straight, it should connect without any issues. And there we have the little screw hole that keeps it in place. So we should insert a screw here and fasten the Hdd Caddy all the way down like that. Now the Hdd Caddy was provided with a little panel with a button and a little hole for a LED light, so it would kind of look like a regular CD-ROM drive, but if you have and can, just stick with the old piece like that. Just looks much better. So we now have inserted the Hdd Caddy successfully with a hard drive into the computer.
And of course, to actually use the disk, maybe you'll use it yourself or someone else will use it, you will need to go to Disk Management and you right click on the Windows icon and you just click Disk Management. Alright, so here you can see we get this little prompt, Initialize Disk. And if you get this little prompt, you of course need to select something. Now MBR is pretty ancient. GPT is the kind of new one and is required for most new drives, but if you're going to use this on a really old Windows system, you might change it to MBR, but generally GPT is the way to go for basically everyone. Should just select OK. Now the disk is initialized, and to start using this you'll need to right click on it and select New Simple Volume. Here you get this nice little wizard. So we'll just click Next, and if this is a regular hard drive, max this out. If it's an SSD, remove about 10% from this, so you'll have 10% unallocated space minimum, or 20%, and your SSD will live longer. But for HDD, use all the space, click Next. You can assign a letter to the drive. You can select any letter you want. Don't do anything with this information there, just go to the next one and format this volume using NTFS, exFAT. You can use it on some other systems as well, like Mac, but NTFS is the regular, normal thing that you want to have for Windows drives. Now, allocation unit size, if you're going to have only media files or something on this one, you can set it to the maximum, otherwise just keep it on default. Default is best for most people. And then you can of course name the volume something. I'm going to call this Magasinet, because why not? So now you can select to not do a quick format, but you might as well do a quick format. If it would fail, try to uncheck it, but it usually doesn't fail, like ever. So just do quick format and click Next. And then just finish. And congratulations, this is formatting, and now it's alright. So we can actually browse this drive now and use it normally. It's completely fantastic. You successfully initialized the drive and you can now, I don't know, use it.
And there we successfully booted up our PC. And if you kind of have problems booting, you might need to go into BIOS. On screen when you start your computer, it prompts you to press a special key to get into BIOS, and you go into there and you change the boot order. If you, for example, have an old Windows install or something on one of the hard drives you inserted and you haven't cleaned the drive prior to installing them, like we did in this video, then if you do that, you'll just change the boot order and you'll need to do what we did earlier with cleaning the drives afterwards if you have a operative system on those drives already. And there we can see we have all our 3 drives working as perfectly. Fantastic, everything works. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this tutorial has been useful for you. And if it was, please leave a like and do comment if anything below the comments. If you have any questions or new videos you want to see. In any case, do stay tuned, that means subscribe, and I'll see you in future videos. This is your host, Jimmy signing out.